Well, I ended up liking this one a lot more than expected. Today I have in the new Citizen Orca Reissue, and it's an awesome dive watch. I've seen the older versions of the watch a few times in person, but for some reason at the time it was just not something that hit me as a watch that I was interested in. But that all changed when this watch showed up at the shop that I work at, Gem Bijou. I was drawn to it straight away. I know it's kind of a crazy design, but it works so good and it's just a lot of fun. So let's check it out. So, yeah, this thing is just bad to the bone. And compared to a lot of releases across most brands lately, I was kind of surprised by the price in a good way. I expected this to be maybe 600-ish or more, somewhere around there, but full MSRP is only 475 USD and 575 up here in Canadian dollars. So many companies are cashing in on reissues lately, and it feels like they've restrained themselves from price gouging with this release. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I feel about the pricing. Now, these are available in three variations. There's the black I have, a blue dial, then a stealthy PVD coated version that is $100 more at 575 USD, and they all look very good. It's hard to know where to start with this watch, but I have to pick something, and we'll start with the dial and kind of work our way out. One of the standout design features with the watch is the hour markers, which earned the watch its nickname, the Orca. There's just nothing quite like it out there with the alternating semicircle, then tooth-shaped marker, and then the huge sort of U-shaped 12 o'clock marker. At the 3 is the date, and I'm glad they placed it in far enough that they didn't have to chop off the 3 o'clock marker. When it comes to the handset, they are super easy to read. That minute hand is a very bright, almost neon orange. The loom is very good. The hands and loom pip are using a green tone loom, and the hour markers blue, and they are really bright and long lasting. The bezel is a 60 click bezel. And first of all, it just looks cool with the raised, not quite half circles at every other hour. The action is a little clunky feeling compared to a 120 click bezel, but it's very precise feeling at the same time. There is absolutely zero play with this bezel. When it is set, it is totally staying in place. The numerals at the 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 are gigantic. So, same as the dial, it's built for extreme legibility. The case is completely brushed. There is not a stitch of polish work to be found anywhere on this watch. The finish work is quite well done. It's a large watch, but the way they've contoured it, it's built for comfort. One of my favorite details of the watch is the case back. You can see that Citizen has embraced the Orca nickname and has engraved and painted the Orca, which is awesome, I think. The screw down crown you can see from the bottom side of the case is a little on the small side, but the fact that it's fully exposed on the bottom of the case like this makes it easy to grip and set the time. Just advance the time here a little bit. Screws back in smoothly, and I like that it's partially sunken into the case here. It gives it a clean, sleek look. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of 46 millimeters on the dot. The lug to lug is 47.2 millimeters, but the strap comes out quite a bit further, and without bending it too much, it's almost 60 millimeters from here to here. The thickness on the watch is 14.8 millimeters. Water resistance is 200 meters. This is an ISO certified diver, and the crystal is a domed mineral crystal. The strap is integrated, so you're not going to be swapping straps very easily with this. The quality of the rubber is good, but one thing to look out for is the length. If your wrist is much smaller than mine, which is 7.25 inches, you might have a little too much strap. I'm totally good with the length, but it's something to consider. I like that they have notched the strap here to keep that first keeper in place, and there's also a raised area here at the end of the other side of the strap to keep the second keeper from slipping off the strap. With that and the chunky, solid stainless steel buckle, this feels very secure on wrist. And here is a look on wrist, and I love this thing. Big fan of the Eco Drive technology, and it's just great, reliable watch to have. One thing I didn't mention is that second hand is bang on hitting the markers every single time. If it looks like it's not in the video at all, it's just the angle of the camera. But really, really happy with this watch. For 475 USD, to me, this is one of the best divers you can get right now in this price range, especially compared to the bigger brands right at the moment. Maybe there's some smaller micro brands out there that beat it, but to have a watch with pedigree like this, it's tough to top. Kind of wish they'd use sapphire, but what a great watch otherwise. So that is it. Really appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye bye.